So we are here celebrating 20 years of motivating the masses. Can you believe, Daddy?
No.
20,
20 years.
20 years. So long before social media existed, long before there was a Facebook, there was an Instagram, long before there was a motivating the masses, there was Lisa.
Yes, there was.
Your baby girl.
My baby girl.
You're spoiled.
I don't call her spoiled.
Yes. I'm not spoiled. I've always been a daddy's girl. And you have had so much to do with who I am. You have been that helium, constantly telling me. When I first said I wanted to do this, you were like, what? Do what? Imagine 20. So first of all, I've been in business over 20 years. It's been like 25 years, but the first 5 didn't count because didn't nobody know about it. It was a well-kept secret. I mean, I knew it, it was that thing. It was underground being nourished. But long before that, I wanted to inspire people. I was always cheerleading. Mm-hmm. Yeah, captain of the track team, just always.
Yeah, taking over the football team.
So this whole conversation is about fondest memories. And not just fondest memories of motivating the masses. When I'm with family, I talk to grandma and mama and my big brother. And this is about my lifestyle, sort of what's gotten to this point. And so you have secrets and no one else knows about. You got memories that no one else knows about. So what's a fond memory like that one? You were the coach for the Y.
We were playing at the Y. We weren't actually the Y. The police department asked me to take over the boys because they were young and wild, and they was throwing rocks at their cars and stuff. So they had asked me when we moved over there. They asked me
that was over off Dinker and 40th between
King Boulevard.
Before it was King Boulevard. It was Santa Barbara. And it was King
But
Boulevard.
they had asked me if I would help them out by taking them and out to play ball, because they saw me going to play tennis.
Right.
So they thought, it'd be something I could probably do, which I didn't want to do, because I didn't want the headache of all these little boys. And
this is actually when we lived between the Harlem Crip 30s and the Rolling 60s.
Well, you know all about them.
I do. I have to walk through them every day. Shoot.
I don't know about them.
Right, you got to drive. You was driving that Monte Carlo.
Yes, that is true. But I didn't know what they were named gangs and stuff.
That's what they was named. They was, and I chose the Nichols gang over both of them gangs.
Yes.
I knew I couldn't fight. I had to fight them if I didn't join them, but I had to fight you if I did join them.
You sure did.
Right. So I was very clear. I picked that battle with them all day, every day. So they asked you to
be the coach. To coach, and they would help. They were going to help me out. So I took that and I went around and gathered up as many of the boys as I could. And there was a few girls in there that wanted to play. You for one. And
I was a big tomboy.
Yes, you were a tomboy. They didn't want you to play though, see, because you outdone them. You outran them. You outthrew the ball. You instead of grabbing the flag, you were tackling them, and they didn't like it because you were good at it. And
I love playing.
And so they finally got to the point where they needed a cheerleading team.
I don't want to be no cheerleader.
So they wanted you to be the cheerleading team.
I want to be the quarterback.
You didn't want to be that. Yeah,
No.
You wanted to be the quarterback. And what they call him, Joe. He was my quarterback, and he just
I was waiting
hated it with a passion.
I was waiting on him to sleep on his job. And I would see him, he'd be throwing, and I was throwing to the off to the side.
Right.
And every time he would throw the ball, I would throw the ball at the same time as him to see if my ball could go as far as his ball. My ball did.
You guys put up a competitive end. You would tell him, no, I can outthrow you. No, you can't outthrow me. You tell his name Ricky, Stevie's little brother, you could outrun him. You can't outrun me.
I wanted to compete against all of them.
Then you would go out there and just literally embarrass them. And they came to me one day as a team. Well, we want Lisa to stop coming to our practice. And I couldn't do it because...
Don't hate.
I couldn't do it because I had you guys on the weekend, so wherever we went, you had to go.
Child care.
And
Daddy care. I have to come, so just level up.
I told him, well, either you got to do a better job or she's going to take your job.
I remember that. And when he missed a couple of practices, you threatened him and said, if you miss another practice,
That's right.
she's going to play. And I was on the sideline like, miss a practice. Please miss a practice.
That was the problem.
It's my time to get in the game.
That was the problem. So you tormented them more than everybody, including your brother. He was the one that wanted you most of all not to make the team. But I was being fair, so you were a girl. That's okay. If she beat you out, she's gonna get your job.
I just wanted equal rights for everybody. Don't
like you knew what equal rights were at that time.
Don't hate me because I'm a girl. Like, if your game ain't tight, don't be mad at my game. Tighten up your game. If you think the grass is green on the other side, water your grass. Don't be fussing at my grass. So he missed another practice, and I got my time.
Yes.
And we had to keep it a secret from Mama. Because my mama was like, you better not put my daughter in a football uniform.
She's a girl. She
My
don't
mother
need
is
to be
a
on
girl.
the football.
Right.
Playing with them boys. But
I talked you into it.
I told him, after a while, I couldn't help it. I had to put
You
it in.
couldn't, Daddy.
I didn't have another quarterback.
Daddy, fair. To be fair, you couldn't help it. I was
you
like,
were gonna clown me all day.
no,
all
I
night
didn't
at
clown you.
dinner.
I just annoyed you. Daddy, please.
Well,
Daddy,
they call
please.
that annoy.
Daddy,
You call
please.
it annoy. I call it
Daddy,
clown
please.
me.
Daddy, please. Daddy, please. That's all I would say. Daddy, please put me in the game. Daddy, please put me in.
Yeah,
And you finally put me in.
that's right. I finally put you.
And I played pretty good, didn't I?
played very well.
I
Matter
threw
of
that
fact,
ball.
we won the game.
What?
We won the game.
The other team was so mad, Daddy.
And that was the big part. Is the other team was mad because they had this girl come in and beat them on the field, and they had beat us the first time we played them.
That's because you didn't have me as
Yeah,
the quarterback.
Maybe. Maybe I don't.
That was really fun.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It was.
You
more
would let
fun-
me try
It was
anything.
more, well, I believed that I was going to be there with you anyway, so I'm not going to let you get hurt, as far as I was concerned. Even though I couldn't control some of the situation, but you had every right to be there. You said I wanted to play, so I'd let you play.
You let me play in life
I
too.
let you play everything. When you wanted to go swimming, when you wanted to have the girl water ballet team.
Synchronized swimming.
Synchronized
You
swimming.
signed me up. I was the only little chocolate girl in the pool for a while. I'm just doing my little
Yeah.
my little do.
You couldn't make that team though, but then you guys made up your own team.
And then our team went to city
Went to
championship
city
and took city
championships. It took
championship.
city championship.
Like, don't try to
I mean,
lock
it
us
was-
out.
It was like, okay, you don't want us to play with you, we'll play on our own, but we gonna beat you. It's the same thing with swimming.
And then you let me do track.
And then you wanted to do track, and we did track, and I didn't want you to do the hurdles, because I felt, you stumble in hurdles and you really get hurt. But you made that easy to do is running track.
I did.
You made the first team,
That's varsity, state champion.
state champion, and everything.
Remember on Friday nights you would be going out to parties, and you would, like, me and you. It was just me and you, and I would be at home practicing the hurdle. And you'd be like, "Don't you want to go out?" And I said, "Nope, Daddy. I want to stay here with you."
You'd be in that back room back there. There wasn't enough room to run, but you got that hurdle, and you go get that hurdle.
I'll be practicing while I'm looking at television, because I was 5'2" 3/4", so I was shorter. I was really short to be a hurdler. And my coach, Coach Knox, hey Coach, my coach would say, Coach Rick was my first coach, and Coach Knox said, you can't beat them to the hurdle because your legs are short, but you can beat them to the other side of the hurdle if you're a great hurdler. And that's all I needed to hear. And so I spent my Friday and Saturday nights practicing to be a great hurdler.
Until you got up in 12th grade, 11th, 12th grade, and then you wanted to get out.
I wanted to hang out, go to football games,
Yeah, go to a football game.
and play dominoes at our friend's house. Amen.
Yeah, those were really good days. You played the dominoes. You learned well.
I learned from my daddy.
I had to admit, I taught you well.
You taught me well. You taught me well.
I taught you well. But those were great years. You don't get those back.
No, thank you,
just have to
Daddy.
remember them.
I love you.
No, thank you, because I couldn't have asked for two better kids in life. I mean, you gave me no problems. I didn't have to worry about the drugs and running the street and coming in late and all that kind of stuff. 'Cause I guess I scared you to death because
Oh my God, you scared me. Do you guess you scared me?
I scared you because I thought you better not come in here.
You made me believe you had eyes everywhere. Your friends would see me places, tell you, and you say, yeah, so I heard you was on Crenshaw in Manchester hanging out. And I truly believe this dude can see everywhere.
Well, yeah.
And then you had such great relationships with everyone. You have taught me about relationships. I would go to when you would go out of town, I would go to the grocery store around the one we had around the corner. And if I didn't have enough money, they say, oh, don't worry about it. You Jimmy Nichols' daughter. You'll be all right. I go to the cleaners to get my cheerleading outfit out. If I didn't have the money, they said, no, don't worry about it. You Jimmy Nichols' daughter. Everywhere that I went.
I should have known we were going to do this. I'd have bought that cheerleading outfit.
I don't know why I didn't need you to buy that cheerleading. Next time.
I still got that.
Next time you can bring the cheerleading outfit that I can only get my mind into. But it's all good.
But it was good.
It was good stuff. You showed me people credit. You showed me relationship
that was
and
important.
people credit.
That was important because my mom and I had a great relationship, and the little I saw of my dad, we had a great relationship. He taught me stuff. He wasn't there a lot, but he taught me stuff, and those things stuck with me all my life. I stuck with you guys because they drilled it into me that these are your kids. You're supposed to take care of them. You're supposed to be their man the rest of their life. And that stuck with me.
You did a great job. So when we come back, I want to talk about some more of my fondest memories. Get into deep dive, some things people never ever thought.
Deep dive.
Deep dive.
Okay, we'll work on that. I'll just jog this old memory of mine.
I'll help you.
Okay, that'll be fine.
More of some of my fondest memories, my dad's fondest memories, the foundation of who I am as a person, as a woman, and the things that helped me to become the woman that I am today. And 20 years of our best memories, motivating the masses. We'll be back.